Yo, 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 it's your boy Bobby Frost, and Bobby Frost Media presents Triparency. I'm with the beautiful lady once again, not ladies. I'm with Courtney, Lynn, Courtney with the C.
Get it the fuck right.
You know, I got you. Yeah, we in here. This time we missing. Just missed it. She's missing the action, man.
Next time it's gonna be you.
Yeah, it's been tight.
Life is lifing, but whatever.
Yeah, you know, you get through it. What you got going on, though, girl? What you been up to?
What have I been up to besides work? I know y'all tired of me saying work. That's all this is, work and kids, and trying to get this podcast going. Like, yeah, just juggling different mini shit.
Nah, I feel you.
Going through emotions. One day I would be like so just motivated. Next day I just be like, fuck. The next day I just be like, I'm just tired.
Nah, that's life.
Just a roller coaster.
Yeah, basically saying I've been super motivated about the podcast of late. I don't know what hit. It's just one day, you know, you doing your prayers and things like that. I do it all the time. But just one day, just hit. I'm like, watched a couple videos on researching on different things about podcasts and just marketing and other things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And I just got amped and was like,
see, I love that energy. Like, I would have it, but then when you get consumed into your life, you kind of just like push your dreams basically like on a back burner. Like, you really don't push them, but you really don't be having time to be motivated in the shit you want to do. And it's like, I need to get back to that.
Yeah, that's how I've been.
That motivation.
Yeah, it's just been for me like, yeah, gotta go get it. Like, that's all it's been. I just gotta go get it. Like, shit. You know, and Eric, the viewers should know too, like, I got a wedding I'm a best man in. I feel bad as fuck, but I didn't make it to the bachelor party, which is this weekend today. I ain't get to make it because I'm like, shit, I gotta record.
Yeah. Now that was dope because I definitely would have went.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta record.
If I was the brides, whatever, the maid of honor, I would have went.
I'm like, I just, when I told bro, when they get back here, we can get something popping this week because, you know, the wedding next weekend. But I'm like, nah, man, I got to knock this shit down. It's a sacrifice. I'm like, I got to get disciplined. I can't keep praying about discipline and not doing it.
Well, that's different. If you're praying about something and you going out the world ass backwards by doing something else, then I can understand that. Like, yeah, you have to put your priorities in order, and this is one of your priorities. So you can't just, like you said, pray about something and then do the total opposite.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is with me. I'm like, man, I gotta do it. I wanted to be down that motherfucker. And every time I check a Snapchat,
oh yeah, they look like they having. I think they having the ball. I watched it last night.
You know, we done FaceTime each other and shit like that. But for me, it's like, man, god damn.
Well, you know how he is anyway. He's gonna be a drunk mess on this wedding.
So I'm like,
after. So you're going to have to deal with that this coming up weekend. Do we still have our +4s?
Mm-hmm.
Your +1 has a +1, and the +1 has a +1.
Yeah, so. You know y'all coming through. Shit, y'all, that's the crew. Yeah, that's been for me. That right there, just the wedding. Well, it's like I got a lot of shit to do this month, and I'm like, shit. But once I knock all that shit down, I should be able to clear my plate. But that been the main my priority, getting ready for that.
Oh, and another thing, I'm changing kids' schools, and I barely have time to even register them in a school because I don't have a day off. So I'm these fucking calling these schools and emailing these schools and waiting for them to email you back and fax you is driving me fucking insane.
Nah, I feel it's that. I said life be.
That's one thing that's driving me insane. Like, yeah,
life be lifing, man.
These baby daddies don't know what the fuck they be doing.
Life be lifing. That's the best way I can put it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we ain't got Misty in here today, so I'm gonna have to step up and do the word of the day. And
discipline.
That's a good one. But we gonna go with. I like discipline, but we're gonna go with another one that I had found out about. But it was like, I mean, most people know what it is, but I'm gonna use it anyways. I'm gonna go with disheartening.
Disheartening?
Disheartening.
Okay.
So it's just feeling discouraged or losing hope. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's every day today.
Yeah. And
use it in a sentence.
I could use it. I use them right now. I was feeling disheartening about doing an episode today because we ain't got all three of us.
Oh, yeah. It's a good sentence.
But you get through it, you push through it. So we're going to get in today, and I got a good topic for us, you know what I'm saying? Something to get on to. We're going to segue into entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5.
What's your question?
I'm saying we're going to compare it what's going on with that. That's tough, like doing this right now. Just, when I first started thinking about doing podcasts, I always had the issue, because I supposed to have a podcast out, no bullshit, like almost 4 or 5 years ago. It was always finding like a co-host. I would ask somebody and they'd talk about it and good, but when it came down to do it, they wouldn't be nowhere around. So it really was that for me, and then thinking about all the editing and shit and all that other shit that come behind the scene, because I had never did none of that shit.
Right.
So I learned this shit off YouTubing and Googling shit. That's how I'm learning everything.
Yeah, that's how all of them learn this shit.
Yeah. So that's been me. So like, I was just really like, just felt overwhelmed. Like, man, I ain't gonna be able to do this shit. You gotta go to school for this type of shit and things of that nature. But then I finally just got to the point where I was like, fuck it. I can't keep procrastinating about it. I'm just gonna go do it. And I did it. And it was like, and I'm still learning and stuff like that, but how we missing Misty this week. Mm-hmm. Next week, we going to be missing me because I got the wedding. Mm-hmm. Week before we miss you, it's like, even with this, it's like, man, you would think you could find time to do it all.
But you can't. I mean, in reality, you can't.
Yeah, it's tough. And I used to always hear like athletes, entertainers, businessmen, and things of that nature say it's never enough hours in a day.
It's not. I feel like men, this off topic though, but say got shit to do with nothing. Men has way more hours than women when it's time to cheat. Y'all have more hours in the day than we do. Yeah, y'all could be with us all day and still find time to have a whole family somewhere else. Yeah. Y'all probably got 32 hours. We got 24. Y'all might got 32.
I agree and disagree. Only saying I get where you're coming from, because if you a mom and you got all the kids, but then I know.
Yeah, y'all have more hours than
I only can say because I know relationships and baby mamas and baby daddies and shit like that where the daddy stay at home with the kids most of the time. The mamas be out.
That's rare.
I wouldn't say it was rare, but
it's more common now. It's more common now, but whatever.
Because I see some girls I know that got a lot of kids. I'm like, damn, anytime I go out, they out. And I be thinking
that's
to myself,
because
like,
that oldest is keeping that damn kids.
I be like, how the fuck is they out? I'm serious. I be thinking to myself, how the fuck is they out? Like, god damn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, man, you have to find them hours in the day. And that's why, I play for disciplines. Like, sometimes you just really have to weigh, like, which one of these motherfuckers going to be more impactful or on the priority list. And that's where you go with it at.
I mean, it's kind of hard, like, when you do put it, like, I don't regret nothing I did, but like how our parents try to prepare us for the real world. Like, you can't really prepare nobody for the real world because we think we know everything when we younger. We know how shit gonna be laid out. But having a whole family and trying to be an entrepreneur, like, I hear some people be like, yeah, I just quit my job and I just went out here full force. Like, I just can't do that. Like, I cannot just quit my job and be like, yeah, this is it. I guess I gotta quit saying I can't. But it's like, I probably have myself a heart attack worrying about how my bill's gonna be paid or where my next check is gonna come from. Like, I have 2 kids. If it was just me and I was acting as a baby daddy to where, like, I can go probably a couple days without eating for real. I eat some noodles or I eat some chips and some shit like that. But I got 2 kids I gotta look after. Like, how can you just quit your job and do what?
You know what? Like, that's always been a thing for me, and I ain't never been that person. That's why y'all be like, he negative. And I done heard other people say, it's not that I'm negative, it's just all that, what I call like roses and just lovely and feel good, and I just got that hope and prayer.
Some people have it though.
Optimistic.
Some people can have those stories where they be like, oh, I just quit, and then all of a sudden, boom, a motherfucker called me and I'm here, and it's like, Yeah.
I can't do
I
it.
can't even win the fucking lottery or a scratch off. So I know good goddamn well if I quit my job, shit just ain't finna go that easy for me.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I have to I gotta have plans put up. But I do understand the other side of that. When you got that type of optimistic and faith and hope, it make you lock in. It's like the old saying: if you put anybody in the corner, they're gonna fight.
Fight, yeah.
So I think it give you a different mindset. Some people call it manifestation. Some people call it energy. I really just call it all mindset. If I know that I don't have nothing else, this gotta work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a way to make it work.
I mean, you can, but you can't be selfish with your family neither. So it's like, okay. Like, I mean, you got to make preparations for everything. If I know I'm finna go with this podcast head on, you got to start saving for it. You got to start at least saving up for a couple months to where you, you know what I'm saying, have your bills paid and won't have a little cushion while you out here just pushing this shit. I can't just be flat ass broke with nothing coming in next week and like, fuck it, I'm finna quit my job. That's stupid as fuck to me. Some people don't think it's stupid as fuck. Well, at least let me have a little cushion to where like I know I can sleep peacefully at night while I'm grinding for this podcast. Like you just gotta put shit in order for me.
Yeah, I'm like that too. That's what I said. Like that's what kept me from doing a podcast so long. Because I don't want to say I'm a warrior. I'm not, because I don't get like stressed out about that type of shit. But I'm an overthinker because I'm a thinker. So it's like I always think about everything I can, every outcome I can think of. So I'm a planner and be like, fuck, I ain't want to do it. And that's why I said like, yeah, I got to the mindset where it was like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. What doesn't sound good about the podcast, I'm going to do it. I'll figure that shit out.
That's what we used to tell you. You used to be like, we don't have all this. Our followers are going to watch us grow. That's the thing. Like, people who come out just everything on top is like, they look fake. Like, oh, so you've been doing this shit. You more relatable when they see you, like the come up, like, oh, look at their background. You know they getting a little money. Their background different, or they got new mics or some shit like that. They sounding better. The editing is better. Like, let them go through the journey with you. Like, that's authentic.
And I don't want to say I'm like a true perfectionist, but that's what fucks me up with a lot of shit. And when it came to entrepreneurship, it's always been that, like, it's a lot of other ideas I have, but I always felt like, damn, like, how I'm gonna get this done, and I ain't got this, or I ain't got this, I ain't got that. You can always
revamp.
And that's what kept me up. And I always give kudos to people who do that shit, that people who can go in there and just be like, fuck it. My mindset is, this is what I want to do. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I got tunnel vision with it. I'm gonna do it. I ain't never really had tunnel vision with nothing to that point where I could just, what you just said, like, well, you know what, kids? We're eating noodles for the next month. It is what it is. Right. Like, I feel so bad about my kids not eating it. I'm eating noodles and not getting what they want. I'll be like, nah, I gotta balance it.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, you know, our parents, like our previous thing, like, do we owe our kids an apology and all that type of shit? Like, our parents used to be like, y'all, basically, this is what it is. I don't see myself doing that with my kids. Like, why should they should suffer? Because even though it's gonna benefit them in the end, it's like, why should they suffer because I'm trying to ground myself or just say fuck a job and chase after something that I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
No, I feel the same way. I think there's a lot of people feel the same way with that. And that's my thing. Like, I tell the kids that I work with, I know the reviewers be like, man, they probably want to meet the kids. I always say that, but it's part of my life. I work 6 days straight. That's my schedule. Yeah. So I'm around them a lot, and I be trying to teach them. I be like, man, don't have kids.
No, I agree.
Because you have to, every move you make, if you're trying to be the best parent you can be, or even a halfway decent one.
Every move you make is not even for you. No.
Yeah, you have to think about them first. I said, and that's my thing. Being an entrepreneur and just taking the safety net off, meaning you don't have no backup plans, you just full speed with this. You tightrope while walking without the net. Yeah. You got to make it work. But it's hard to do that shit when you got kids, because now you got to put them
before
first.
You.
So, even like...
So do you think it's selfish when people just be like, not basically FTK, fuck them kids, just like, no, this is what's finna happen.
You know what? With parenting, there's no right way. And I'm gonna say with the entrepreneur thing, I don't know for sure. I can only look and see from the outside looking in. But when I look at like certain basketball players, football players, entertainers, business people, again, people we would consider successful, and you so often hear the kids come out about it. Well, mommy wasn't home. She was on the road.
And
Daddy
they
went home
always
on the
have
road.
daddy issues and mama issues.
Yes, because
some
they
type
wasn't
of
in a
fucking
raising.
issue.
Yeah, the nanny raising you and shit like that.
Or they don't really respect their parent. They
Yeah.
respect their hand.
Yeah.
Because that's all you did was you gave me, but you wasn't there. Like,
And you have to go back. So is that good, or do you feel like it's good?
it's never going to be on the up and up on both sides. But
Right.
I just don't want it to be so dramatic that my kid resent me for it. Like, I know you're going to have to go with some shit. Like you said, it's no rule book, it's no nothing with this parenting. But I don't want to fuck my kids up so bad to where like they blame me for everything that's going on with their fucking life.
And that's the thing, that's the thing with entrepreneurship. So like, if you don't go hard on entrepreneurship and say you ain't making enough money, now your kid go do something that
to make them some
money. Now you like, damn, I still fucked up.
Well, I feel like now, see, I don't even know when you should even just. I guess when your babies is babies, you can go hard like that because they really don't know shit. But then you got teenagers and like a kid who see all the other kids and want this, and y'all going out, like you got some people, I hear stories, people talk about, we've been sleeping in our car, like we had to grind it out or this and that, or I gave my kids to my mama, or I done left and moved to Atlanta, leave my kids here. Like, that's some shit I can't do. I cannot leave my fucking kids with my mama, whoever, and just be on a grind, which I guess that's what people used to do. Like, the kids stay here, you go get yourself together and come back and get your kids. I want my kids with me. Them are my motivations. When I wake up every day, I know like, oh, we can't keep living like this because of them. Like, that make me grind. Without my kids, I feel like I'm like worthless without my damn kids. I'm so used to having my kids 24/7. When I don't have them, I really feel naked. Like,
but then you go on the flip side with the 9 to 5. Now here we go with the 9 to 5 side of it. You still, with the 9 to 5, is like, so I look at it from the 9 to 5 point, you have to still miss out on your kid, but you know it's a set time when you're going to kick it with your kids.
Yeah.
You don't know that with entrepreneurship, but with a 9 to 5, you know, but how far can you get with a 9 to 5?
I talked to quite a few 9 to 5 people who basically like, it's nothing else I want to do. This is what I want. Like, I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to have businesses. Like, I don't want to sell nothing. I don't want to do nothing else. Like, I got into the field because this is what I like. So I feel like,
and with that, I agree.
Dedicating your life, somebody else is getting money off of you. But I feel like, still on the flip side, like, if that's what you like, why not open up your own or try to do something to that nature in the same type of business if that's the job you like? But some people like entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. Like, you know, this day and age, that's what the social media is pushing on everybody. Be an entrepreneurship, be your own boss, be this. Some people just like, no, I just rather fucking go to work. I go to work at 9, get off at 5, and that's just it. My schedule is this, and that's just that.
And I think where I come from, again, because, you know, I done had 9 to 5s for a long time, and I done not had 9 to 5s and been living better than having 9 to 5. I think where it comes from the 9 to 5 is the security.
The security, yeah.
I know if I come in and do this, I'm going to get paid this right here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? For some people, it's cool.
You got
I think
pension, you got your...
Now, what you just said, for people who got into the field that they wanted to be in, and it's the field they want to be in, that's perfect. I get it. But I done seen studies and did research on this. Most people who do have jobs, you know, you always talking about the stats. You have to look at shit. That's how you compare it.
And certain shit, like this would be a stat situation.
Yeah. And I'm like, most people who work 9 to 5s, that's not where they want to be at. Yeah, no. You're doing it because of safety of to get this check. So we know, again, like if I'm working at, let's say GM, I go with GM. Well, it's a cap.
Yeah.
Once I get to this cap, I can't make any more money than this other than doing overtime. Mm-hmm. So then once you start putting the overtime into it, you have to start looking at it, like I said in the previous episode. If I can give 16 hours a day to this company, why the fuck I couldn't make something happen with my own shit if I put 16 hours into it?
Yeah. But when you got people who don't have visions or dreams, don't want to do nothing, it's like you can't knock them because they rather go to work and then have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I mean, entrepreneurship is not motherfucking glitz and glams. Like, you talk to realistic people, they'll let you know, like shit wasn't shaking for me for a long time. Like, I quit about 4 times before shit really popped off or whatever like that. Like, you got to talk to people who's realistic. Like, we get on this social media, like, you talking to people who only let you see the good. Like, they just rose up and was like, oh, I want a podcast. Now they got the hottest podcast. No, I want to know what happened in between time. Like, what the fuck was you doing to get your podcast
That's the
here?
biggest
Like,
thing. Nobody
y'all never show, like, the fucking, the hard shit.
Hard shit. And that, you know what? I always said that. I said, like, man, like, even with the entrepreneurship, when I be reading, or investors, like I be reading, I follow a lot of different investors and shit, you know what I'm saying? Earn Your Leisure, all them and shit like that. And my thing always been like, nah, fuck all that. What I could do if I got some money. Show a motherfucker really how you came up and you had $0. You had $300 in your account.
And you made it to 30,000 or some shit.
30, like. Yeah, you made it 300,000 and you started off with 300. Show that journey. Me. They don't ever show that shit. They had a book.
Prayer. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah.
I need step by step.
Yeah,
what you
show
done,
that.
What you do.
Don't nobody want to see, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
And then this is what kills me, what they say, like, you know, the little manifestation shit. Okay, so we move in prayer and putting in manifestation. So I guess manifestation, prayer, all the same shit. So they always want to say, oh, just fast. That's all you hear today. It's like fast and manifest and shit should come your way. Like, no, I need a little more steps than that. Like,
break it down.
Give me a little more steps than that.
Detailed.
Like, they will make you feel like, oh, I'm gonna stop drinking this 27 days and manifest and write. I got money in my pocket and financially stable. Write that for 30 days and then your dream's gonna come true.
Nah. Get the details.
They don't never tell you how hard you didn't sleep, you slept, you motherfucking blood pressure high as hell because it's all you think about. When you chasing your dreams, like you literally wake up, this is what you think about, but you gotta go work a 9 to 5.
I'm gonna say this too.
To get to your dreams.
I'm gonna say this too. Piggyback off something I said earlier, not just cheating, but just dating or whatever in the whole. I feel like it's easier to date, be in a relationship, or cheat, whatever, with a 9 to 5 than entrepreneurship. Because if I'm telling you, if I was just strictly doing just this, if I strictly gave up on this, I really wouldn't have too much of myself to pour into anybody else. If I was just doing this, because I'd be so locked in, I really ain't got shit else for nobody else right now. You know what I'm saying? Like with a 9 to 5.
Find time.
9 to 5. See, 9 to 5. I'm telling you, entrepreneurship, I think it's different. And anybody that I heard talk about this, they say the same thing. The ones that really got on the grind, that I done heard talk about this is like a common thing. From the male perspective, once you lock into your entrepreneurship,
no, I get that.
You really don't be too much worrying about messing with no females.
I mean, you don't.
And that's why it's always been the same thing. Pussy is a distraction because this is the thing. If I'm chasing that ass, it's going to be hard for me to chase his back.
You know it is.
It's hard to do.
But pussy is going to be somewhere around after you
once you get, I'm saying once you get to that point, I remember saying this, I can go back. I remember being in relationships in the past, and I remember when I was just in the streets. And when I really got to where I felt comfortable after hustling, I wouldn't be fucking with no females. I wasn't going to no clubs. I wasn't buying no clothes.
Yeah.
I don't do shit but get up, hustle, get up and hustle. I didn't have time for it because it knocked me, it distracted me. Once I got a 9 to 5, wifey can go with that one. She could tell I had more time and shit like that because I know it's set. I get off here, come home,
and
do this.
Motherfucker can plan your day for you. Like, okay, when you get off work, you can come home, take a nap, and we can go here. With entrepreneurship, you really don't know how your schedule is going to go. But to piggyback off that, like how men, it's just different how men and women operate. Like you said, you be tunnel vision. As a woman, when I'm locked in, I be tunnel vision too. But I feel like I'm this gonna bite me in the ass because it's gonna come out wrong. But this facts though. I am my best self when I'm in a relationship. Like, I don't be all just up under him, but it's like you get that motivation that you need from your partner. Like, it's always good energy. Like, oh, he on the grind, I'm on the grind. Like, we feed off each other. Like, I literally am my best self when I'm in a relationship.
Hey, I'm going to give you a clap. That's dope because I'm the opposite. And, you know, wifey used to get mad, but when I'm really at my best, and this come from, like, my days of hustling, is when I'm not in a relationship. Even if I'm in a 9 to 5, I'll pick up more hours not in a relationship than I did with her. Because now I'm worried about, I don't want to. I don't want to.
That's why I said our men and women are different. Like, you got some women who be like, he worked too much, he this. I mean, I guess time's supposed to be spent, but I'm not that nagging ass bitch to be like, bitch, you see him working. Like, if he don't work, then what? He gonna be a broke ass nigga or what?
Yeah.
Like, seeing my nigga hustle or seeing my nigga working or chasing his dreams, that make me chase my bag. Like, I feel like, oh, this nigga done got up early. He doing, like, now I gotta find me something to fucking do. Cause this nigga, he ain't finna be like, oh, this bitch just sit at the house. Even though I work, if y'all know I'm an esthetician, so now I gotta book some clients because this nigga, he at work and he doing this. Like, it makes you, the energy should just feed off each other. Like,
I feel.
I mean, it works differently for other people, but not saying that I'm not my best self in a relationship because I am either way. But it turns me on when I see a nigga going hard because now I gotta go hard.
That's dope. And so, in conclusion, for me, I would say like for me, relationship wise, it's easier for me to maintain a relationship with a 9-to-5 than with an entrepreneurship. That's me. Entrepreneurship,
I get it.
I'm locked in. 9-to-5, I can plan, like you said, I can plan my time around you. It's entrepreneurship. If I gotta go, I gotta go. I don't care about what you're saying. You're gonna think I'm being rude to you. When I gotta get up and go, I gotta get up and go. So right now I'm juggling both. Eventually, this 9-to-5 gonna get dropped. It's gonna be strictly with the podcast and media company.
I mean, that's the end goal for me as well. Is this my job is funding this? Like my job is to keep my household afloat, but it's really too many hours at that job. Like too many hours that I'm dedicating to that job, and I can be dedicated into this. That's like the downside of it. Like. That's what pay the bills.
That's the pros and cons, man. Entrepreneurship versus 9-to-5. So that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Give me what you've been vibing to, Court.
I literally been vibing to Yo Gotti, his new album.
Yeah, you know, Missy, she hurt.
Yeah, she say I'm not her real friend because I be like, did you see him and Angela or do you see this? I literally like been vibing back and forth. I have never listened to Rallo Rodriguez. I said that previously. That's who I've been listening to. I've been juggling his album and Gotti album. Like, once that go off, I'm listening to the other. Like, that's literally who I've been listening to is, like, Yo Gotti. Like, I like this Gotti. I mean, Gotti never fell off. He just didn't bring out nothing because he's been putting on other dope-ass artists. But I really fuck with this album.
Yeah, he in his bag. I can say that. Yeah, he been in his bag, building his brand up.
Yes, and I love it, and I love it.
Yeah, I fuck with them CMG niggas, man. He done built up a nice roster.
A whole catalog full of niggas.
Yeah, when he got Glorilla, I said, yeah, that's when I felt like he hit. I said, yeah, he own it. That's when I said it. I said this, and it's the truth because I keep it real. I said it last week. I'm still on it, man. I'm still on that Babyface Ray.
I gotta check that out. I fuck with Babyface Ray.
You know that's Summer Mine. Yeah, Summer's Mine. That I've been fucking with it
right now because I've been so on motherfucking Yeah, let me type that in right now.
Summer's Mine. So y'all know what it is. We at that point. So you got any shots, any businesses, anything?
No, not really. That's fucked up. Just shout out to Flint.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, we had the 8-10 day. So
Oh yeah, and I feel like with 8-10, it was great. It's fights everywhere. It didn't have nothing to do with the performance or whatever. Because I took my kids down there to see the performance. When I say them motherfucking kids love Louis and YN and Crispy Kid,
all
oh my motherfucking God! And when I say them kids went crazy, and it just. I'm never a hater. Like, people from our city is just they just down us so bad. Like, them motherfuckers, they put on a show. YN, he goofy as hell, humping the stage per usual. Like, kids go crazy when they see them. Like, they are celebrities to our kids or whatever the fuck. Like, it's so dope watching. Like, my daughter goes crazy when she see YN. Like, yeah, literally. And it's just, I think it's just so dope. Like, that they gave a free concert for like our kids, and
people don't understand.
They performed like they was getting, like at Rolling Loud, how they would be like, literally. That was dope.
That's how the kids I work with be begging me to call RMC Mike because I tell them which is my little cousin. I'll be like, I'll tell him like, man, if you get good enough in the program, I'll talk to him and have him call up and talk to him. I'll say be busy, but they love him. Like, so they ask me what you doing. I'm like, I went to the 8-10 and did you go to the concert? I said, nah, but I seen him at the club. You was in the club, YJ and them. I'm like, yeah.
Man, kids love it. And I love
it's be crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen my dog in there. I seen Quilla, man. I don't get to see Quilla like that all the time. I haven't seen him in a minute. And to them, it'd be like, to me, it's not like that's like, okay, these
people I grew up with.
You know what I'm saying? I know.
I'm not discrediting they status, but it's like these people who I grow up with.
But for them, that's their idols and shit. So that shit dope.
And I love it.
Yeah, I with it. So shouts out to them, all of them, man. Louis Ray, YNJ, RMC Mike,
Crispy Kid.
Kid, all of them, man. You know, Rio, all of them. So they've been putting on for the cities. That's dope. So yeah, y'all can catch me at Bobby Frost Media on all social medias, everywhere. Check out the YouTube channels. You know, catch me on everything. Where they catch you at, Courtney?
Oh my God, I wish my shit was that easy. You can catch me at Courtney Dixon on Facebook, Courtney Dixon 10 on TikTok, KRTNEE at Snapchat and Instagram, Courtney Milan.
On Facebook, y'all be beginning on Facebook because I just turned my personal page professional. So you catch me on that one, Robert Williams.
Yeah.
It's just like that. So and viewers, listeners, tap in, subscribe, man. Become, you know what I'm saying, really part of Tri Nation.
Yeah.
Help us deliver more good content and leave reviews. We need y'all to leave reviews. You get what I'm saying? And I'm hollering at, I got a couple people hollering at us, but we need some sponsors. Y'all come holler at us, man. Get some of that sponsorship going too. So yeah, leave a review. I don't give a fuck if you on Apple Music, you on Spotify, you on Amazon, you on iHeart. Leave the reviews down there, and we appreciate that. So we appreciate y'all joining in. We're going to catch y'all next time. We out.